Before I start this checkpoint, I just want to say I've come here multiple times beforehand and never made a checkpoint. I always had the mindset of if you found this via searching it up or getting a direct link to it, it's not your time for a checkpoint. Well, today happens to be my lucky day when it's in my recommended. Well, to be fair, I sort of cheated. I was in an extremely depressive state, letting YouTube do its autoplay feature, and it went to a Donkey Kong Country tune, and my brain instantly snapped to realize what I was hearing. I then checked my recommendations and saw a Taya77 video. Checkpoint. What you just heard was an excerpt from my internet checkpoint that I made on June 16th, 2020. Now, some of you may be familiar with an internet checkpoint, but to sum it up, there was this channel called Taya777 that uploaded video game music with sprite-based backgrounds from games I don't remember. The tracks used in these games were often very mellow, very calm, and with it having a Japanese title that couldn't be really searched easily if you don't, speak Japanese, it made its appearance more interesting. You'd often see it in your recommended list just randomly, then you'd be curious, click on it, then be hit with a pleasant track, most specifically Donkey Kong Country's music, that one level, I forgot what it's called, I am young. But the track was peaceful, it reminds you of nostalgia, peace, old times, that's what the script says, and I believe it's that reason and the obscurity of it that it created internet checkpoints. A time to rest and place your mark before moving on. And that checkpoints came randomly. Like if you saw it on your recommend list, then it was probably time to make a checkpoint. And that's how I interpret it. There's actually a really good video explaining Taya777 and their origins, but I didn't watch it. I kind of like the mystery around Taya77, so I'm just going with my explanation, my reasoning. From here on out, this video's subtitles are gonna be gone. Maybe I could do some automated subtitles here, but I have no more subtitles, my apologies. I usually do for all my other videos. This is going to be a bit more unscripted video where I just sort of talk about the impacts of it, impacts of internet checkpoint, and coming from someone who's regularly made checkpoints over the years, I want to talk about how I feel about it and how it still lives to this day. So let's begin. So the main core idea of internet checkpoints is that you simply go in the comments, type your date, and then just talk about whatever you want to talk to, then sign out. I'm gonna have some of the videos up right now as I scroll down the comments. The thing about Taya777 is that their videos were taken down, but thanks to a group of members, thanks to a group of dedicated, most amazing members, they were able to archive it to a certain date. It was January of 2021. Anything above that, it was gone. But anything below that was still archived, and thankfully I actually do still have the last one archived, which I talked about, which you heard me talk about in the beginning. But it's something very, very special because in that checkpoint they're just diaries in a sense. Let's be real, they're just diaries. I think the special part of it is, of course, it's an internet diary. You scroll down, you scroll in any other comments, you see what other people are expecting right now, and people always dedicate to the bit with the checkpoint. They always put checkpoint. They put game saved, they put the save file. That's what I did. I put June 16th, 2020, 2:09 a.m. PST. I was doxing myself like crazy. But it's emotional in a sense because it's one of the things you'll see comments from 11 months ago. You'll see comments from years ago. But then you'll start to see comments from days ago. Some were even hours ago. And it makes you feel part of something big, where nothing else matters except just explaining what's going on with your life. Like, for example, some people, I'm reading these comments right now, I'm not going to show it, but you can just pretend. I'm going to put some gameplay in the background, just so you don't have to be bothered just seeing my face this entire time. But some people are saying, started art school, game saved, congratulations. And some people are saying they got more stuff, checkpoint, survived, escaped the toxic relationship, survived 2 attempts. Game saved. Checkpoint. Lost the house and homeless. Making it by going through motels. About to graduate too. Can't wait to see it get better. Checkpoint. And it gets very emotional. I mean, obviously, this is a place where a certain environment has to be held, and it's not a place to be judged. You aren't gonna be judged if you're being happy. You're not gonna be judged if you're being sad. Everyone's both going their ups and both their downs, and that's the most beautiful thing about it. There's no real bias. It can literally just be a spin of the wheel type thing. Checkpoint. Fixed the friendship of my best friend that was getting talks about having a brutally honest chat. We are now closer than ever. That's amazing for them, I don't know who the fuck this person is. I'm never gonna see them again. Some people are starting their first checkpoints right now. I'm gonna actually save this comment right here. I'm not gonna show all of it because although it is public, I do want to have, privacy and stuff. First checkpoint, open YouTube. My apartment was lonely, quiet. Click this weird video that popped up. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. It just pops up. Crying, thinking about how we can find connection anywhere. How I'm not alone as I feel. Summer semester just started. I'm making a hat. I'm going to call my mom. I think the best thing about the internet checkpoint is simply the fact that it's lived for this long, despite all the YouTube algorithm changing. Actually, the YouTube algorithm changing probably helps it more, you know? Because, yeah, it just makes it, the obscurity of the title, it just makes it go, it's place to place. It's never been consistent, and with the algorithm constantly changing and stuff, it makes a really interesting place. Like, you know, something like, you can't constantly pinpoint it. It's like a fucking roaming legendary. People are just happy this tradition never died, even though Nintendo took down the original, which is still pissed off. Cause I'm gonna start talking about my internet checkpoint soon, but after I get to this point, it's just people. Some people don't have anything to say, don't have much to say, but life's getting better. Hopefully this continues. Game saved. That's it. I'm gonna make a checkpoint here soon, but I have only 3 that I currently have. But I made more. I made way more. That 2021 to 2022 mark, it was a lot, and I guess I could start with my original one, the original in 2020. It's so weird hearing me talk about COVID. I finished my first year of high school. Like, this is a different person. This is not the same. I mean, obviously it's the same person like me, but they weren't that exactly stable. And also, I vented a lot. Goddamn, I wrote like a shit ton. Goddamn, like more than what other people usually type in. It's interesting to try to look into the mind of what kind of person I was, because obviously, I do have records of myself, like, you know, out in the internet, YouTube videos and stuff. I participated in a lot of stuff back in, like, 2018, 2019, 2020. Even now, I'm still peering in certain things, and they make for a really good collage of my life. I never was one to sort of document my entire life. It was only later towards my life that I sort of really enjoyed doing that, and it's the reason why I don't have many old photos of myself, besides maybe some that parents take. And I kind of regret that, but I'm glad that during this time I wanted to at least leave my mark here, and I'm glad it's been archived in some way. Even though the others aren't archived, my first checkpoint that I made, like, I just talk about how I kind of forced myself to make a checkpoint. This wasn't, I always wanted to be make it natural, but I kind of skewed the odds to make it so, whoa, the Taya 77 video, guess I gotta make a checkpoint. I can see how cringe I was back then. You can probably tell. I mean, look at me. Anyway, it's interesting to see what parts of me stay the same. Career motion graphics, video editing. God, they're gonna be pissed when I see in 4 years that, like, I'm in community college. Let's be clear. This was a long time ago. I just finished my first year of high school. It just seems time is passing by, and I keep reading that. And this part's gonna cringe me, but I'm gonna read it right now. I'm gonna read it right now. Don't cringe your pants. Don't fucking shit. I watched so many high school anime, hoping that something similar would happen, but of course it didn't. That's anime. That stuff doesn't happen in real life. I might as well just be Ultra from Yoga. That shit was cringe, but back then, 2020, I can imagine myself ironically saying that shit. I was depressed as hell. I want something more, but I'm not sure what that something is. How long will it take? Days, weeks, months, years, decades? I still don't know what the fuck I was talking about there, and I feel like I did find that something, but I don't think I have it anymore. So that's my first checkpoint. But I had many others, 2021 and 2022. Now, I do not exactly remember it, and that's why I'm sad. Archival stuff has always been one of my strong suits. Like I said that I don't like, but it was like, I didn't record myself, but like, towards 2016 when I started doing YouTube, fuck yeah, I kept all that stuff. All the stuff on my YouTube is archived, it's privated, and I have those memories for myself. They're gonna be there forever. I'm planning to install it all into a disk drive, mark it down, Noodles collections, play it during my funeral or something like that. I was very introverted. I didn't even like being in the spotlight, but I wanted to be in the spotlight on my own accords. I want other people putting the spotlight on me. I want me to put a spotlight on me. On my YouTube videos, I get 4 likes. Now, I don't know why I was venting there. I was talking about internet checkpoints. That's the power of an internet checkpoint right here. Even right now, I'm currently probably making a checkpoint right now. I don't expect the video to do well. Anyway, I don't really care. I'm just my own shit. I'll probably get a job. But you can see from my first checkpoint that I want to get my thoughts out, and that's something I still want to do to this day. I tend to sometimes when I need to say something, I will say something. I will shoot up so much. So many text like a Matrix. And I don't really have any fault about that. I think anyone who criticized that should die. Fucking explode. But I mean, they're always just, you should always communicate every thought you have. And in a place where I felt like I could do that, I did that. I shot everything out. I gotta reword that. I was able to express everything that I wanted to express. So now we go past 2021, 2022. That was when I was extremely depressed. Except towards 2022. 2022, something happened during that time. I do not remember. Well, I do remember, but I don't remember and talking about it. But the only 2 other checkpoints I have right now are from 2023. And I think the hardest part about going to internet checkpoints is seeing what kind of state of life you are in. Obviously, I go to the 2020, 21, 2020-ish one, and I see the type of person I am right now. I didn't have many like connected friends. That was partially due to my fault, and I got that. Any chance I sort of had with that was permanently removed. So I was just strictly online, and I'm so glad. Like I'm so happy for everyone that I've met and become friends with, and you know who you are. And then I have 2023 over here, and even though it was a year ago, a lot of things have changed that can sometimes realize what you don't have anymore. This one's from 5th month's May, 6th month's June, July 13th, 2023, 3:02 p.m. PST. These ones were a lot shorter. I used to write a lot more long ones. You can bet. I remember constantly talking about how much stress I was going through. I needed to find a career and stuff, and that was pushed on me when I was younger. And I still have that sort of mindset now because, you know, I'm always grateful for everything that I've been given and all the circumstances that have led me to being able to be where I am right now. And that shit sort of sticks with you, knowing that it can be ripped away from you all at once. You need to get reminders on that. What I'm not gonna try to say like, oh no, other people are doing better than you know, but just recognize that anything can happen at once, and that shit can stay with you, and sometimes you aren't going to be able to sort of go back to that. Because I'm looking at the messages right now, and I see certain things that I don't have anymore, and it makes me sad. But also, it's like a virtual, you know, what do you call it? PC term. Come on, save state. No, that is the right term. Save state, but for PC. System restore. There we go. System restore points. That's how it feels like. It's looking into a direct version of yourself. A save state. No, I'm gonna use save state too because I like emulator terms better. But it's like looking into a save state of the person I was then, my circumstance, my situation. I was having a hard time editing. I was having a hard time focusing on editing. I would try to go hours. I'd burn myself out, and I'm still struggling with that right now. I'm still trying to figure out the exact times. Do I treat it like a job? Do I treat it like an all-day thing for editing? That stuff sort of sticks with you. It's good to have an optimistic mindset about life, and I know I have time. I want to spend that time with the people I love and doing what I love. Also, it's National Friday. Alright. Noodle, you truly... 9 months to go, Noodle, you truly were something. It's hard. You know those videos where your future self goes talk to the past self? And it's like, future self is fucked up and all that shit? That's how I feel sometimes. I'm not exactly... How do I break it to my past self? And I can't do that, obviously. It's more like a past to future, not future to past. Now I have one more checkpoint over here. I don't think I want to talk about this one, actually. When I talk about save states, look at the person's life and especially their circumstance, their situation. Sometimes when I see something that's so drastic, it's naive in a sense, knowing what exactly happened. Knowing that maybe I could go back and tell them what exactly happened. Some things are unfortunate, and I guess I just yearn to be the person I was back in August 9th, 2023 at exactly 1:51 p.m. Archival stuff is always important. It's a way to create images of ourselves, to leave our marks on the type of people we were. And that's always something I've wanted to do in small ways. Maybe if I become big later in the future, which is still one of my dreams. It can occur, it can happen at any point. One of my favorite content creators is Etika, the Namofa. He may have passed away in 2019, but his legacy, everything he left behind of him, is everywhere. You can feel it everywhere. It comes down to how much of an impact he left for the people around him, re-uploading his content, all the highlight videos and stuff. I even have his reaction of Death Note, the movie, the shitty ass live action one down on my computer that I can sometimes watch. And it's those things that help keep those people alive. With the internet checkpoint, I feel it can do the same, collectively affect everyone in just small bits and ways that you won't even realize. You scroll down internet checkpoint, you make a comment post, someone out there in the world is gonna scroll down, see it, and they're gonna, maybe it might resonate with them. You won't know unless they reply to you and stuff. As they keep scrolling down, they see everyone else. They see how connected we are, how much everyone else is doing, and how, you know, it's like you start hearing all the noise of the world around you. And obviously it can be overwhelming, but it can also be a source of brevity that despite what the circumstance of everyone that has been through, we all come here to this single place to make a single checkpoint. I've had a fun time talking about this. I'll probably gonna end it right here. That's all I got for right now. Internet checkpoints are very special, and I'm probably gonna make one tonight. Obviously there is like no privacy concerns. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There are 185,742 comments. Obviously, if you are worried about privacy, just don't do it all. Go write in a notepad. But for those who want to express everything what they're feeling out into the world, feel free to do so. You can do it in that checkpoint. People can be there. It's a safe zone. That's what it feels like to me, and probably a lot of other people. It feels safe. It's like Street Pass. I miss Street Pass. I've said some sensitive things in my checkpoints. They're gone now though. 2021, 2022. I try to be a bit more private with my Scott's 7, so I don't reveal everything that's happened. But the internet checkpoint's a very special place on the internet, on YouTube, in the corner. I hope it always stays the same forever. Like obviously you can go to a venting board stuff, but there's something about this video. Something about being fate in my eyes, that you randomly get this title that you don't understand because back at the time you didn't know Japanese existed. You click on it, you reach checkpoint in the internet. Everyone else is making checkpoints. Why not you? So I hope you enjoyed this small little video. I probably made a bunch of cuts to this video. I don't want to say go look for it because that's not how my rule goes here. You gotta let that shit happen naturally to you. But just ever keep in your mind. You ever seen your test recommended? Maybe one time you'd be like, oh, whatever. What the hell is that video? I'm gonna go watch this random anime video. No, you look at it. It's probably a checkpoint, and you should probably go make it. I like to interpret as fate. Makes things a lot more interesting. Makes life a lot more interesting. Yeah. I need to find a way to end this video because